block parties, they sound great until you realize you don't know who's bringing what, who's watching the kids, or who's going to stay too long, especially if they can't walk out. Let's talk about it right after this.
It's the Naybors podcast with Maurice and Mike. They discussing different issues that affect our streets and life. Said it's the Naybors. We the Naybors. Yeah.
So,
What's happening?
Mike, question
Yes,
for
sir.
you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Are block parties still a thing, or are we forcing nostalgia? Your thoughts?
Well, all thing I know right about now, block parties ain't block parties anymore. Compared, back then when real block parties was going on.
Mm-hmm.
These days, you get this. I know certain places you want to have a block party, you're going to have to get a permit, and they say no. That means no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not really a big thing now.
I think it depends on where you live.
This is true.
And I think, what is that community like?
This is true.
So if, I'll give you an example. Where I grew up at in West Philly, they used to have block parties still all the time. I mean, until right before COVID, and then they slowed down some.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say that block parties are still a thing, like if you're in the hood.
Well, we'll say yes or no.
To a degree. I'm just saying to a degree.
Right, to a degree.
I mean, I think with us being in the suburban, was considered suburban urban area.
Right.
Especially in our today's climate. Again, if y'all listen to the other episode, you don't really know if you could trust anybody.
Right. Yeah.
Right? If you had listened to, some of our episodes like years ago, whatever it is, when we talked about who's bringing the potato salad, right? That was a real thing. Like, you really want to know who's bringing the potato salad.
Right.
And now, at that time, for me, it's like, I want to know who's bringing the potato salad because I want to know if I can even eat it. Like, do I even trust that person?
Sure.
Is their house dirty or whatever it is? At this point, I don't know if people are going to put rat poisoning in it.
Yeah, that too, because I've seen some strange ingredients going in potato salad, man. Like, no, we don't do that.
Right.
Raisins? Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't.
Come on now.
But I think part of the challenge now, this is just one part of a block party. Because you used to DJ, right?
Yeah.
So who's in charge of the music? And then what are you listening to?
The DJ.
Yeah, no. So as a DJ, right? What kind of music are you playing, Mike?
Oh, I'm playing old school rap.
So if somebody came to you and I'm just going to say it on this because people have a problem with it. It's controversial. But if somebody came to you and said, I want to listen to Bad Bunny.
Wait, basically, know you got that money in your pocket, you play some Bad Bunny. You got to pay. Know the DJ getting paid, you go play some Bad Bunny. Because I understand what you're saying, because certain things, you got to go by certain, you got to see what the crowd look like.
Right.
And what they listening to now, that plays a factor as well.
Right.
Basically, you got to try to blend in both.
Yeah.
Both different styles of music and see what happens.
Yeah.
Will really basically hype the crowd up.
Right.
I know I got, buddies of mine, they still DJing. They'll, do their thing. They go different types of music.
Mm-hmm.
Got to play. They basically got to watch the crowd.
Right.
If it's a young crowd, you got to play the young crowd type of music.
Right.
Old head crowd, you got to run with that.
Right.
It depend on the, like I said, what kind of crowd it is, young or old or in between.
Well, I mean, I think, just recently, Mike, you and I had attended a little block event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was playing music, and the music had come across the radio, and they were, one of our neighbors, unfortunately, didn't really, I don't know if you got it, but I know I did, where they weren't necessarily aware of the music at the birthday party. Do you remember? Yeah, they some of the music that was coming out, it was not so much old school rap, but it was a relatively little newer or whatever it was, and the neighbor just wasn't feeling it as much.
Oh, yeah. I play something out. I'm like, okay, well.
Right. I mean, and so it wasn't like it really, I don't think the music itself was really ruining the moment, but again, it's just some people just don't always vibe with what's going on.
Well, I think with that, I don't think it was the music wasn't the right for that atmosphere. For somewhat. Because I don't think I know. I played another track. Oh, not playing another track. Yeah, that's what it was. Because it's like you want something steady flow, but not no slow dancing, but grinding music. You know.
But that to me, that music that had come on, it was fast though. It was the real, like, hey, if you were really in the club, fast vibe.
Oh, okay. Well, certain music ain't for everybody.
Right.
So
right, and that's why I'm bringing up, about the whole, is it? I know it back I'm gonna say back in my time.
Sheesh.
Like we had a block party, like everybody could vibe with, and it didn't matter what age, a little bit of Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Even like you could play Earth, Wind and Fire, Prince. Right.
Yep.
Michael Jackson, Run DMC. Like you could play because a little bit of everybody kind of vibe with that.
Certain blend. Yeah.
And so it kind of went together, whereas now it's so, especially from a hip hop perspective, it is so many different vibes out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't all flow together.
No, it don't. It really don't. Someone give me a headache.
And so I think that's what, like, not too long ago, I just listened to the new J. Cole album, right?
Okay.
So I like J. Cole, but there are some things that, all right, dude, like, I guess age-wise, I ain't trying to say.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
And I think J. Cole is pretty decent.
Okay.
I do. And I think Kendrick Lamar, like, I think there are some people that's pretty decent from a hip hop perspective. But at a block party, I might end up doing maybe a little bit more of the roots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of just that more, like you're saying, more mellow,
right,
groovy type music.
Right.
Plus, with the roots, for the most part, that even though they're rapping over a live band.
Right.
For the most part, right?
For the most part, right.
You might if you're going to do roots, you might do Common, Talib Kweli,
right,
or
right.
Tribe Called Quest. Like, there is, so you can have a little bit of young and old, but it's going to be more of a more mellow stuff. And then if you really wanted to, could you throw in a John Legend? Because it's still along that same vibe. Even though he sings, but it's still neo soul-ish.
Yeah, it's just
vibe.
the thing. Yeah, it depends on what flow, what record you gonna put on with that flow of it. Yeah, like you say with the neo soul. Yeah,
so versus, are you really gonna put on Luke? But like you said, that's a part of. I mean, that's old school,
but
literally, right?
All thing I know, you throw that on, you better stand back. That's all I'm saying.
But again, some people want to vibe with it, some people aren't.
Right.
So just like with the food, like I don't know if you remember when my wife was talking at that thing I was talking about earlier, where she was like her grandma would bring hard-boiled eggs to every event.
Oh yeah. I heard a little bit of that.
And so so there are some times where you were like, yo, there's just some food that don't belong.
This is true, right?
So that I think that's the other part when when you're talking about block parties or family events. Who's bringing what was whatever, and what really feels like it's going to be the vibe for that event.
Right. I mean. Yeah, it's like you can, but you can't.
What you mean?
Basically, like, okay, prime example.
Mhm.
On the block, barbecue. I don't know. Then again, you might be right on that one.
What?
Certain foods just don't belong.
I mean, so am I really?
Because I'm trying to bring it out the best way I can to explain it.
I mean, so do you think you would want corn on the cob, string beans, greens, black-eyed peas? Like which one of those don't belong
At a block party.
at a block party? Now, I've had people bring out all of those. The issue is that between corn, I'll do corn on the cob,
That's it. Yeah, I'll bring that, but the rest of it don't belong.
but the corn, nah. String beans,
Nah.
it's hard with my opinion is it's hard with string beans and greens because it depends on if you're having a more of a soul foodish type block party.
Yeah, but who has a soulish type of block party? The basic thing in the block party, I'm just saying, because you're having a cookout at the block party.
Right.
Corn on the cob, burgers, hot dogs,
Baked beans.
baked beans.
Right.
The four necessities.
Unless you had, but then you have people that do the string beans and greens because of the potato salad or macaroni salad.
No.
Yeah,
that's a soul food platter block party, man. That's what that is. Nah.
And I think that's part of the challenge, man. When you have these type of things,
But you could bring, potato salad.
Well, you need some type of
Something like that. Some kind of salad, potato salad or pasta salad. Yeah. But with the string bean and all that, you about to sell some dinners. You about to make a couple of coins at this block party.
look, you gotta get in where you fit in, right?
Pretty much. Because you really think about it, all right, you do have ribs at block party,
You do.
buffalo, and potato salad just go good with that.
Yeah. Even if you have fried chicken,
Fried chicken, potato salad.
But
that's the thing. Okay, we about to do this.
Mhm.
All right, you bringing greens. All right, that's soul food platter style.
Mm-hmm.
Block party, ribs, potato salad. That's it.
Because I've had.
Corn on the cob.
How about? I have a question. Have you ever had cornbread at a block party?
No.
I have up in North Philly.
You having a Thanksgiving dinner at block party, man?
No, that's what they decided. They didn't want rolls. They wanted cornbread up in North Philly.
Excuse me for saying it. Was this a church?
It was not.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a regular block party.
I never heard of cornbread at no block
had,
party.
They had cornbread. But see, I think what happens is that you'll get someone that'll say, "This is my specialty."
Well, that's your specialty. Anybody else's specialty.
So would it be in their specialty? Like, I know I can make this. That I'm gonna bring this with me. I think that's what happens. Like I said about the wife and her grandma. Her grandma wants to bring deviled eggs. Because one person said, "I really like your deviled eggs," so she started bringing the deviled eggs all the time. So if somebody said, "Hey, I really like your Hawaiian rolls," then I'm gonna be in charge of Hawaiian rolls all the time.
But look, you can get away with Hawaiian rolls better than some deviled eggs in the event. All right, let's just put that out there. That's a better flow. Trust me. You did, deviled eggs.
Yeah, if you got, I think I want a Hawaiian roll now that I'm thinking about it. But it's no different than, me wanting, because sometimes, depending on what I'm eating, you want to have that bread or something sometimes. I'm not saying it's the right thing, but sometimes you kind of want that bread vibe.
Well, that's when the hamburger and hot dog rolls come in there. Come on, yeah.
I don't.
How many people sit up there? Oh yeah, give me a double egg cornbread sandwich.
Like you said, but like you said, I guess it's the whole platter mentality,
It's
right?
that platter mentality.
Yeah.
Certain things, separation. Come on, Like I said, all right, you bring a corn, like cornbread. Once again, you might be selling platters at that,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna tell you. So here's a confession for y'all. So because Mike is talking about ribs, and it was really making me reminisce back in the day. Wow. So when the wife and I first, we got married, and we used to host 4th of July or Memorial Day all the time.
Okay.
All the time back in the day.
Okay.
We lived in Upper Darby. We had a little deck, all the other type of stuff, nice sized backyard or whatever. So, we were up there and we used to host.
Okay.
And so now, mind you, because you're talking about ribs. So, when you have ribs, right, you got the bone and all that type of stuff.
Right.
But the wife had turned me on to country ribs. The ribs that has no bone in it. Which is almost like just a regular pork chop.
Yeah, boneless ribs.
Right. So, me and my little bougie self was serving that instead of ones with the bone in it. So when I when I was doing that, it really, like, people were like, "Yo, Maurice, like, you are really bougie," because how do you just find ribs that have no bones in? Like, we're not used to that in the hood, Maurice.
Right.
we're not used to that in the hood. Like,
you eat the jaw and throw the bone at the dog. There
right.
you go.
So you're talking about having this, a boneless piece of meat in front of me, and I get to enjoy the whole thing. I ain't got to worry about a bone. I don't have to worry about no gristle, no nothing.
That's like eating a chicken breast, cool.
Dude,
wow.
it was, but that was, I guess my intro into being the bougie life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when people start calling me bougie. They was like, Maurice, like you and this.
So you was eating the boneless rib with your pinky up in the air,
my pinky and everything.
Marvelous.
Okay.
Right.
Drinking margaritas.
Oh.
And, not margaritas. The drink with the mint in it. Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. The
drink with the mint in it.
Yeah, it has mint. It's not a margarita, and I can see it clear as day too. It's a really, really clear. Oh, what is it called? I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry, y'all. I will.
The mint with the drink in it. We're gonna have to get back to that one because he got me puzzled on that one too.
Yeah. It's
the drink with the mint in it.
Yeah. Oh, what is it? Sangria.
Oh, okay.
Sangria.
Okay, because I thought I had to text some of my alcoholic friends with the drink with the mint in it.
Yeah, sangria.
Gotcha.
That's when I really got hooked onto sangria.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that's my summertime drink right there, sangria. It's nice and light.
We might have to bring that back, Jack.
Because it just feels nice. Like it feels like it is summer or spring.
It's a summer drink. It's going down smooth. You chilling out, outside with your peeps.
Right.
Yeah. Instead of drinking hardcore stuff, oh my God, stumbling up the hill like I will do.
Right. So I think when it comes down to, I think block parties are a necessity. I do, because it allows you to really gel with the people that are around you.
Right. But, with that also, back then, my time, block parties, I ain't going to say my age, but block parties used to be over like 12 o'clock with no problems, no issues. But, when Tony Brown came on,
yeah,
it's time to go. The party over. Everybody walking home.
Yeah.
Now they over like what, 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock?
It could be, yeah.
If that, and it's the difference is just like you go out there, have a good time. Say one block party is over. Now this is the crazy part. The block party might be open at 11:30, right? They're like, yo, it's another one on Filbert Street. We start heading over there. Even though it'd be open within a half an hour.
Right.
Don't matter. Didn't matter.
I mean, and I think the reality is that in those block parties, you get to meet people's kids, grandkids,
right?
Like people, it will be a true family event. So everybody's families knew each other,
and also you ain't had to worry about where your kids were. Because
Right.
they all everybody was there.
Right.
Or you could be in the house, your kids outside the block party. You know they good because
Right.
once again, the neighbor trust.
Right.
The
Right.
neighbor trust. So
Whereas right now, I mean, and when I was a teenager, I used to have y'all know I grew up in West Philly, and so I had a lady friend that would come see out here in the burbs in the county, and this is where I had first learned about a curfew bell.
oh, okay.
When I had first learned about a curfew bell,
Okay.
I had to been somewhere between 16 and 18, somewhere around there, right? And so now, as I am older, and I hear people having block parties out there now, I'm like, don't y'all know I'm in bed at 8:30?
Man.
Like, don't y'all know I'm trying to go to sleep?
Yeah.
But I think that there are certain places, like especially out here where we live at, there are ordinances or rules or regulations about certain noise.
Right. Noise ordinance, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so whereas in the city, it's not as simple as that.
Right.
And some people kind of like, and unfortunately have the mindset of, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But what about those elders, that's on the block?
They don't
right?
think about that.
You get what I
They
mean?
don't think about that.
And I think that's where I think that's what I'm saying. I think I do believe that block parties are a necessity, but there has to be, like you said, is it over at 10 o'clock so these old ladies can go get some sleep?
Yeah, because I be seeing, they be over at 8, 9 o'clock, which is cool. But, you always got some knuckleheads want to take it to the extreme.
Right. 500
people in front of one house.
But now, and especially now with everyone being on edge, everybody wants to fight, and then it turns into a shootout.
I'm not understanding that. What
Right.
you on edge for? Oh,
Right.
he called you a name. Because he called you a name?
Yeah.
Come on, cool.
I mean, I understand, like, I've been there. I've been in that situation. Somebody call you a name, and but back in the day, we put the hands up.
Right.
You get what I mean? It wasn't about pulling a gun out.
Nah, let me tell you, these cats now, they would not last long back in the day with us.
And then on top of that, you did that, and then the following day, even though it might have messed up the block party, even the following day, y'all still kissed and made up.
Right.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
You get what I mean?
Y'all shook hands. We just say shook hands.
Right.
Shook hands, made up. Yo, what's good? It's all good. You got there and I got there. But these knuckleheads, I don't understand it. They quick to jump somebody. Why?
Right.
But back then, you jump in, we all jumping in. If it ain't no one-on-one, it's a gang war.
Yeah.
It's a gang war. But
Yeah.
But back then the block party was cool, smooth. Then after that, I think what the next, but basically like when the music start having a block party, then the music start like around a certain time. We clean up the block. Cause we wasn't really barbecuing at 8, 9 o'clock at night. We was jamming.
The old heads were.
Right.
I mean, the old head guys on the block, like, no, they started barbecuing at 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning, right.
Put that meat on, just let it cook all day.
Exactly. Come outside, clean the block up first early in the morning, cut the water, water plug going.
Paint the numbers.
Yeah.
Paint the sidewalk,
Now
whatever.
these days, somebody having a block party, half the block is out.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those days.
Man, I had some good times. But, I grew up in uptown, Wadsworth Avenue. They still having jams. They be still jamming in the summertime up there. Wadsworth Day. Shout out to Uptown. And, back then, they thought we was bougie.
Look, in all honesty, Upper Darby is just an extension of West Philly.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's not. It's just as soon as you get over the line, it's like right there.
Right.
So it was no different.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, Yaden was cool back then.
But Yaden was bougie though.
Yeah, back then it was bougie, right?
It was bougie. It was. Oh, well, certain parts, not all of it.
Right.
There were certain parts.
Certain parts, right.
And then but the reality is that those moments help shape, I think, who we are as a community today.
Right.
Whereas, these young kids don't have that.
Well, because
these young families don't have that.
But also, some of these parents, that's what they comfortable with. They don't want to come outside that barrier. They don't want to,
Right.
oh, no, okay, all right, okay, you cool. Well, we bougie. I'd rather be bougie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not only, it starts from the parents.
Oh yeah, it does.
It
Most
works its way
definitely.
down to the kids,
It mostly does. So yeah, y'all. So I thank y'all for listening. So let us know, what your thoughts are. Do you think that you miss the block parties? Do you think that you are ready to organize one, get back to the old school type stuff, or do you think like, yo, that's a dead issue now? Because the other part of that too is, I know on my end, right now you have way too many renters, so that means they're temporary,
Right.
right? And so what you having so many renters, like we're fortunate for where we are. Like we have nothing but a row of homeowners. I think 1-2 people might be temp.
Next door to me,
Yeah.
but they pretty cool. But
they've been there for a while though too. But otherwise, everybody else are homeowners. So again, different vibe.
Right.
Versus where if you're in an area where it's nothing but temporary individuals, then do they care or don't care?
True. Right.
And I think that's the difference, and I think that's what happens. Even though we have our 9 houses, if y'all heard me before, that but I think even people on the other side of us, right across the street from us, most of them are homeowners too.
Right. Except one.
That's why I said most.
Most. Right. Yeah. Duh.
Most.
My bad.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know how many of them are not necessarily. I'm thinking 2, but I'm not sure.
1, 2, 3.
There's 3.
The fourth one's not.
Okay.
The one with the alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. But
You see how he had to only say one word.
Yeah. So,
but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But let us know what your thoughts are.
Please do. Hit us up on on our formats.
Of course. And if y'all don't know what it is, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Boom. There it is.
We'll talk to y'all.
Peace.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the Naybors podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and felt right at home. If you like what you heard, don't be a stranger. Subscribe, leave us a review, and share this with your friends and fam. Got something on your mind or a topic you'd love to hear us talk about? Hit us up. Until next time, remember, we're all just neighbors working together for a better community. Stay safe, stay connected, and we'll catch you in the next one.